Step-by-step creation of a promotional marketing campaign in the Shopify email marketing app? Let's do this. Hey, this is Mikey with the Hair Business Blueprint, and today we are going to create a promotional email using the Shopify email marketing system. Make sure you watch the entire video so you don't miss any important tips to make your next e-commerce campaign a success. Now let's get started. All right, so this should look familiar. I'm in the Shopify dashboard, and to create a campaign with the Shopify email marketing system, there's two ways you can do it. You can go to marketing, go to campaigns, and click create campaign here, or you can go to apps, go to Shopify email, and then click create an email campaign. It's really the same thing. Okay, so as you know, we have these built-in templates. We're going to do a promotional campaign. So I'm going to click promotions, and make sure when you see these kind of graphics that you're changing these out. This is something that's just kind of giving you a guide. You don't really want to send an email with those. You want to create your own. A lot of times myself and the private label team, we design ours in Canva. It's super easy to use, and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to do a product campaign here, and it's just real basic, so it's not even really built out. So I'm going to show you myself building it out, and hopefully we can learn some things from it. Okay, so you can, if you have segmented subscribers, you can pick those, all subscribers. You can really pick the list that you're sending it to. The subject, I'm going to do something like hey. So you can do hey, something capital, but sometimes people think it's more personal when you do a lowercase. It actually gets a good open rate. So I do hey, and then I'm going to do their first name, so it kind of seems more personalized. You don't always have to do this. And this is something that you definitely want to test, trying different subject lines and then going back into the email analytics and see what works best. So hey, first name, have you tried our loose wave bundles? This is not a great subject headline. It's just for, this is just an example. Now you have preview. So the preview text, depending on the email device that you're looking at the emails, you will or will not see the preview text. So, that's just something based on how you're viewing the email. So preview text, in stock and ready to ship today. So that kind of lets them know like, hey, this is ready to go. It's ready to ship. Make sure that this is from your domain and not from a Yahoo or a Gmail or AOL, something crazy like that. Make sure you spend the $5, $10 and get your own domain name. I highly recommend the Google workspace because most of us are used to using Google, so it kind of ties in. It's just like Gmail, but with your own domain. And it's like $10 a month. It's pretty cheap. Okay, going down here, you can see I already have the colors from our store. This color here, so going back, and once again, this Tequila Bundles is not a real brand. It's just a test store, and you can see some of the color options here. So Shopify email already imports those, so that's great. So meet this month's bestseller. We can change that. So we're talking about loose wave, so I'm going to go here. And it's just great that Shopify already has all your products imported into the system. So it makes it really easy. So Brazilian loose wave bundle deals, let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna have a loose wave bundle deal here. Right here, we're actually gonna get rid of this one. So we're gonna delete this. Oh, it deleted the whole thing. Look at that. Well, don't do that. Let's add a section back. It's okay, because we can add a section back. We're going to add a product, so it's probably good that got deleted, so I can show you how easy this is. So loose wave bundle deals, we're going to add that. So you're going to see how that shows up here. Now you can keep all this information depending on how much text you want to write. Email providers generally do like when you have some text inside the email. It just seems less spammy to them, I believe. But if you wanted to do something like not show the image, that's what this little eyedropper's for. The title, the price, the description, the button. So if I didn't want the description, I could do something like this. That's really up to you. I'm going to leave it without the full description because it's kind of a lot. And the Shop Now already links over to the product page. So when they open it up, it's going to be working fine. Now, I want a nice photo at the top. That's kind of a nice introduction to grab someone's attention. So we're going to add another section there, and we're going to add an image. Okay, and we're actually going to move this image up because I said I want it at the top. All right, so we're going to move this up, move this down. Okay, so it gives us a little something to work with. Now, I had a couple images here that I just were playing around with designing the website, but I have one here in Canva. Okay, and it's loose wave bundle deals, and all I did is take one of my model photos, and this is a pre-designed template. The template size I use for this is 800 by 400. It's important you don't use an oversized image like 2000 by 1000, something like that, because the image size is going to be too long or too large, and it's going to slow down the email, or Google might, or whoever the email provider is, Google, Yahoo, if they see this huge image in the email, they might think it's spam. So you got to be careful of that. So I just typed this in, loose wave bundle deals. And, I was thinking I want it to match kind of my buttons and the rest of the colors inside this email. So what I'm going to do is I went here to the edit page, and I can see what my primary button color is. So I'm actually going to copy this and head back over here and click the background. And I'm just going to paste this here. And you can see, hit that. So now this color matches what's on my website. And it's staying on brand, and staying on brand is really important. This looks really good. I'm just going to call it loose wave bundles. That's fine. Now here in Canva, I'm going to go ahead and download it. You want to download it as a JPG, not a PNG, because you don't need a transparent background, which is great for PNG. And the size quality, I usually put it around 75 or so. This way it loads faster when someone opens the email because the file size is not too large. So I'm going to click download, and we're going to let that download. Takes just a second here. Once again, Canva is an awesome design tool for your business and your brand. So we're going to take this and we're going to upload it right here. And then we're going to have it selected. So yep, that looks pretty good. And we're going to click done. Now, what you definitely want to do is for the loose wave bundles, the image alt text, don't be lazy and not enter the alt text. So what happens is if this image doesn't load, it will say loose wave bundles. But Google also knows that when people don't use image alt text, it's usually these spammers and scammers. So they like to see the image alt text, to be honest. So that's really, really important. So the full width, you can take that off and it's going to look really crappy. So generally you're going to want to keep the full width for an image like this turned on. And you definitely want to use the call to action link over to your website. So you can go to products, and then we're going to go find the loose wave. So let's just go loose wave bundle. There we go, loose wave bundles. Oh, it's not working because I am on a test website. That's fine. So you would generally just search like your product here and then put it in, and it's not working for me because it's not on a valid URL because it's just a test site, guys. That's okay. But you would add that so when someone gets the email, if they click loose wave bundles, it would link over to the loose wave bundles on the website. Meet this month's bestseller. That's okay, but we're probably going to want to go ahead and change that text. You can change the fonts and everything over here. This font is just imported from our website. So we're going to want to go ahead and change this here. Let's see here. We can personalize it, but then let's just go here. Okay, so I'm just going to change out this text to say best-selling bundles. And then, the loose wave hairstyle is so popular. Just put something kind of catchy in there. But you can see this looks kind of good. Now, if I wanted to kind of break this up, I could add a divider here. So you can click divider, and you can bring this up here. If you wanted to kind of make it like this, it looks good. It does look clean without it. So I might just leave it like this. You have this section. Under the sections, you can add more products, gift cards, discounts, everything else. So this is just a basic product email that we're doing today. So we're just going to keep it as a basic product email. But what you'd probably want to do is add some text, honestly, because you don't want it to just be all about sales. So you're probably going to go into this text section and then write something about this product, the loose wave bundles. So, the loose wave bundles are like the body wave, but with a twist. And then you can go in and talk about it. And, you might want to talk about, hey, for lengths 12 to 14 inch, you need 2 bundles. For lengths 16 to 22, you need 3 bundles. Anything go 24 and up, you're probably going to want 4 bundles for a full sew-in or to make a wig. Put a little bit of good information in here that's going to help the consumer know what they need when they're purchasing. You could even do something like this where you put matches perfectly with a loose wave frontal. And then what you can even do is go here, highlight the loose wave frontal, click insert link, and it's going to do the same thing. So you would search loose wave frontal, and it's HD frontal, but we'll just choose loose wave frontal, and you can see that there. And then that's kind of because people are going to wonder, hey, if I'm buying this, what else do I need? So this is a great upsell opportunity for you. So you have this here. You can show the phone number or not. You should add your social media icon. So Instagram, hair business blueprint. Okay. Yep. Click that, and you'll see it starts adding the little icons here, so you can do that. And if you want to go to Hair Business Blueprint and follow our Instagram page, that's cool too. So yeah, this is basically a pretty decent looking email. We can see what it looks like on mobile to switch it out. We want to be a little careful. This text is getting a little small here. So if I was going to spend a little bit more time doing that, I would probably go over here and increase the size a little bit because we have plenty of space. Right? And then loose wave bundle 1, just to give you a little example, you can see the difference. Okay, we're going to let that download. So, just saying that it might be a little hard to read that, so we can always change this out by clicking change. We're going to upload the new and improved image. That's going to be a little bit easier to read on mobile. It probably wasn't a big deal on desktop, but on mobile, you can see a noticeable difference here between the previous one. So yeah, this looks pretty good. I would fill it out with a little bit more text. I'm telling you, I can't tell you how much the Gmails and the AOLs and the Yahoos, they like to have a little text in there. And the consumers, they might just skim through it, and that's okay, but it's important to have. This will change once you update your URL on Shopify and you have a live site. So if this was tequilabundles.com, which I might actually set up because that would be funny, to make these tutorials really work. So for Tequila Bundles, that would show up here, so you don't have to worry about that. That's all added in here automatically. I'd be a little careful about, changing some of these background colors and really going too crazy. The best thing to do really is to keep it clean and simple. So you can always send a test to yourself. So I can send a test to myself here, or I can click review to review the email. Oh, I can't send the email because I'm on a test plan. But basically, if I click send test and hit send, and then we can take a look at what that email looks like. All right, so you can see it's going to show up test, and it just says, hey, first name, have you tried our loose wave bundles? It's going to show up via Shopify email because I haven't set up the actual Tequila Bundles email yet. If I do, that would be great. But you can see this is going to be the email. It looks really, really good. So that is, something you probably want to test to make sure you haven't had any spelling mistakes, to make sure the formatting looks good, and overall that it just looks really good. Okay, and once you have actually sent this email, you can go back to your campaign section and you're going to see all your different emails in here. And this email, once you send it out, you're going to show how many sessions, so how many times that it's been generating visits to your website, how many orders it's generated, the sales, and then the cost. So the total number of marketing campaign generated sessions where an order was placed. So that is, real important metrics here for you, and it's really easy to manage. So this is just a quick introduction to sending a promotional campaign, and make sure you follow the Hair Business Blueprint, because I have tons more of tips and tricks for you to be successful selling hair and just all products online.